Set to do battle here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Giants. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First carry here for Jordan James. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Go ahead. RT, watch out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Play action, now Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. A good pickup there at 22. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. It's James. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's Guerrero on first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Isaac Guerrero with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
You look at this Niner defense.
And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
James. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Third down and 6. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, 49ers! Ricky Pearsall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the Niners Cowboys get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Throwing his dart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
20, 5, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter, and then they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 10 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Dart. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the gun, here's Dart. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he will have a Giants first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing, Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Dart. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Michael Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, Dart. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a gain of 4.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Michael Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A 41-yard attempt.
And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So a very long drive, play after play, gets him down the field, but wouldn't you know, it winds up yielding nothing.
And over on the sideline, you've got a kicker who feels worse about it than anyone. There's nothing you hate more than seeing the look on your linemen's faces after all their hard work getting you in position.
The lonesome kicker. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. On the move past the 40. Look at the big man rumble. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's James. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he returns this to the 22.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Dart going to look to throw here.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set,
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And he lost the football. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
At the 47-yard line.
Play action. Now Dart.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if they do that, you're guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a short gain here down to the 22. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Dart. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Purdy now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Still on his feet. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
18 Cardinal. Go.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
Hawk 70.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And this one is incomplete. We saw this line the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he will have a Giants first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll be tapping right on the chalk at the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Panthers, Lightning, go!
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go! Bronco 80! Ready?
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
19!
Here's Dart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing his Dart. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
James. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Connects with Kittle underneath. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Watch out.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they will take a knee here.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
And they take a knee.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it